Hey guys, this is this is day one of reading the Bible because I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to better myself in Christianity and trying not to cuss, trying not to do anything like that. Trying to better myself this year. So, yeah, let's get into it. All right, I think this is NIV. I left off at Genesis 1, Genesis 1:22 through 29. I think this is NIV. I think. All right, come on. It was good. With that, God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and become many, and fill the waters in the sea basin, and let the flying creatures become many in the earth." And there came to be the evening. There came to be morning, a fifth day, and God went on to say, let the earth be forth living souls according to their kinds, domestic animals and moving animals, and wild beasts of the earth according to its kind. And it came to be so. And God proceeded to make the wild beasts of the earth according to its kind, and the domestic animal according to its kind, and every moving animal of the ground according to its kind. And God to see it was good. And God went on to say, Let us make man let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have in subjection the fish of the sea, and the flying creatures of the heavens, and the domestic animals, and all the earth, and every moving animal that is moving upon the earth. And God proceeded to create the man in his image. In God's image, He created him, male and female. He created them further. God, God blessed. God blessed them. God said to them, "Be fruitful and become many, and fill the earth, and subdue, subdue and have in subjection the fish of the sea, and the flying creatures of the heavens, and every living creature that is moving upon the earth." And God went on to say, "Here I have given you all vegetation bearing seed which is on the surface of the whole earth, and every tree on the earth there is the fruit of tree bearing seed to you. Let it serve as food, and to every wild beast of the earth, and to every flying creature of the heavens, to everything moving upon the earth, is which there is life as a soul. I have given all green vegetation for food." And it came to be so. After that, God saw everything that He had made, and look, it was very good. And there became to be evening, and there became to be morning, the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth and all their army came to their completion. And by the seventh day, God came to the completion of His work that He had made in the and He proceeded to rest on the seventh day from all His work that He had made. And God proceeded to bless the seventh day, and made it sacred, because on it He has been resting from all His work that God had created for the purpose of making. This is the history of the heavens and the earth in the time they're being created, and the day that Jehovah God made earth and heaven. Jehovah is another word for God, if y'all don't know that. Now there was as yet no bush of the field found in the earth, and no vegetation of the field was as yet sprouting, because Jehovah God had not made it rain upon the earth, and there was no man to cultivate the ground, but a mist would go up from the earth, and it watered the entire surface of the ground. And Jehovah God proceeded to form the man out of dust from the ground, and to blow into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man came to be a living soul. Further, Jehovah God planted a garden in Eden. Towards the east, there he put a man whom he had formed. Thus Jehovah God made to grow out of the ground every tree desirable to one sight and good for food, and also the tree of life in the middle of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and bad. Now there is a river suing out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it became to be part, and it became to be it were four heads. The first one the first one's name is Pishon. Pishon. I don't know. It is the one's name one encircling the entire land of Hav Havid Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. There is also the Ablam gum and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Jehon. It is one encircling the entire land of Cush. And the name of the third river is Heidenkel. It is one going to the east of Azria, and the fourth river is Euphrates. What is this? Um, where is it? Right here. Hold on. Right here. Euphrates. What is that? I mean, you don't gotta tell me. But like, just curious. Alright, let's get back to reading. And Jehovah God proceeded to take the man and settle him into the Garden of Eden to cultivate it and take care of it. And Jehovah God laid this command upon the man: from every tree of the garden you may eat set to satisfaction, but as for the tree of the knowledge of good and bad, you must not eat from it. For in the day you eat from it, you will positively die. And Jehovah God went on to say, it is not good for the man to continue by himself. I'm gonna make a helper for him as a compliment for him. Now Jehovah God was forming from the ground every wild beast of the field and every flying creature of the heavens. And he began bringing them to the man to see what he would call each one. And whatever the man would call it, each living soul, that what its name. So the man was calling the names of all the domestic animals and of the flying creatures of the heavens and of every wild beast of the field. But for no man there was found no helper, as a complement of him. Hence Jehovah God had a deep sleep fall upon the man, and while he was sleeping, he took one of his ribs, then closed up the flesh over its place, and Jehovah proceeded to build the rib that he had taken from the man into a woman, and to bring her to the man. Then the man said, "This is the last bone, this is at last bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. This one will be called woman, because man from man this one was taken." See, woman, man. Man was no. Let me stop. I think that would be a little sexist. Let me stop. That is why man will leave his father and his mother, and he must stick to his wife, and they must become one flesh. They both of them continue to be naked, the man and his wife, and yet they did not become ashamed. Now the serpent proved to be the most cautious of all, the wild beasts of the field that Jehovah God had made. So it began to say the woman, It is really so that God said, You must you must not eat from every tree of the garden. At, at the woman garden. At this the woman said to the serpent, Of the fruit of the trees of the garden we may eat, but as for eating of the fruit of the tree that is in the middle of the garden, God said, You must not eat from it. No, you must not touch it, that you do not die. As this the serpent said to the woman, You positively will not die. For God knows that I am very day in the very day for your eating from it your eyes are bound to be opened, and you are bound to be like God, knowing good and bad. Coincidentally, the woman saw that the tree was good for food, in that it was something to be longed for. It was something to be longed for to the eyes. Yes, the tree was desirable to look upon, so she began taking of its fruit and eating it. Afterwards, she gave some also to her husband when with her, and he began eating it. Well, that's it for today. Love y'all. Be safe. God bless. Love you. Have a great sleep, great evening, great morning. Love you. Mwah.